Baby, I think I'm falling in love with you, but oh no, I always act so dumb with you and you know. I was gonna pick up the dog, but it didn't work out.
Let you go. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Hello, everybody. So I think this is the first video of the new year. Happy New Year! We're doing a Q&A, and this is all from questions that you guys submitted on your Instagram?
Yeah, I asked you guys kind of a while ago, and we have not gotten around to making a video, so here we are now.
Busy life, just, you know, getting the house all situated, decorating, building things, making cookies.
Making cookies. Potty training pups.
Cleaning up the stuff that the pups aren't potty trained from.
No.
That made no sense. Anywhoosies. We're going to do a Q&A based off the questions that you guys sent in. Maybe this will become a regular thing if you like it. Maybe not. We'll see. We'll just shoot them out there.
The first question is from HMS_Megs.
Megs?
Megs?
Megs. I don't know.
How long have you been married?
We have been married since March 8th, 2020.
Yeah, 2020.
Which is... what's the date today? It'll be 10 months exactly in 2 days, or a day after this comes out, probably. So,
yay, math.
10 months. Yeah, I can do math.
Who does the cooking? Oh, definitely me.
What are you talking about? I do all the cooking. Fun fact, you know, I went to culinary school. I'm quite the master chef. I can make...
burnt water.
No, I can make a peanut butter and jelly.
No, you make a terrible peanut butter and jelly.
No one can make a terrible peanut butter and jelly. That's a lie. All it takes is 2 pieces of bread, peanut butter, jelly. You pop it together, you're done.
No. On our, third date, maybe? We were still getting to know each other.
By the way, good boyfriend award. I drove way farther to her than vice versa. But that's what you do. All the fellas out there, drive to your lady. Don't make them drive.
Okay.
Even if they make fun of your peanut butter and jellies after the fact, it's still worth it.
Anyways, he offered to make peanut butter and jellies.
As a gentleman should.
I kid you not. He has the bread, peanut butter and jelly, and he literally just did a little sliver of peanut butter and a little... Yes, it is true. And a little sliver of jelly. You know the best types of peanut butter and jelly when they're oozing out? Jeremy's was dry. You bit into the bread and it just tasted like bread.
Great, so it's a horrible peanut butter and jelly, so enough of that. She's a great chef and a great cook. She makes very yummy foods.
Next question is from Taylor Murdoch. Oh, and the other question was also from her. Will y'all ever get another dog? Yes.
No. No.
Yes.
No. The only way that we're ever getting another dog is once our cute
don't say.
pupperinos go through their long, hopefully, lives and end up in puppy heaven. Maybe we would get one at that point, but that's it for me.
But they're so cute.
I wouldn't get another one while they're still here. I have 2 arms. I can hold one in each arm. A third one, it just screws up the whole thing. I don't know what to do with that.
From Goofy, yeah.
Oh, I got it.
Right there.
Yo, from Goofy Yahinia. You're welcome.
How did you guys meet?
Fun story. We met through mutual friends at our church. That's the Cliff Notes version. But yeah, we actually met at a game night. So for all the nerds out there, sometimes you can meet some fine ladies at game nights. Yeah.
It's ladies' night.
And I'm feeling... I don't know if that's the lyric. It might be. Some of our close friends who ended up being bridesmaids and groomsmen in our wedding party kind of introduced us through other mutual friends that they knew.
And other mutual friends that we knew.
Kind of a long story. We had a lot of mutual friends that knew each other in similar spheres, and so they kind of threw us together, I guess, and we hit it off.
Look at us now.
Look at us now.
From Sarah I'm going to botch this as well.
Sarah Faruli.
Who chose the dog names? That would be all this guy.
Was me. We went back and forth. Boys,
Buddy.
we're trying to make a video.
Hi, you want to say hello?
Come here.
So, Jake, well, they're named after the Adventure Time characters because Jer is the voice of Finn.
I play Finn on Adventure Time, for those of you who didn't know. Most of you probably do, but for those who didn't, that's what I did.
And so, Finn, we found, he was the easiest name. We knew we were going to name him Finn, but Jake, on the other hand, this little guy, we were going back and forth between Jake and Toby, like Toby from The Office.
No, I thought we were going to call him Toby.
No.
And then when we decided to get 2, then we were like, oh, well, who else from The Office? And I was like, well, he looks like Jake from Adventure Time, so it'd be pretty cute to do Finn and Jake. So then we did Finn and Jake.
Okay, maybe I misconstrued the story. But needless to say, Adventure Time, Finn and Jake. And honestly, their names are so perfect.
Yep, this guy is he's an adventurous, high energy, always on the move little cutie.
And he is a sweet little boy. Thank you.
He's a lazy, sweet little snuggly boy who just likes to curl up on the couch.
He likes to snuggle with his mom.
Good boys.
I am Yika.
Sure.
Carolyn, what is your favorite scene of Jeremy and Julie and the Phantoms?
I got dog hair in my mouth.
My favorite scene is probably the one where you're like, oh, girls, am I right?
That's one of my favorite scenes too. Actually, it was such a fun scene to film. We got to improv like a good amount in the show, but like for whatever reason, that scene specifically, I think the last probably like 3 or 4 lines of it, the whole back half of the scene was like entirely improvised, and they just kind of let us do it a few different ways, and we had fun with it. I didn't know which way they would end up using or like what would even make it in until I basically saw the finished version of the show. So I didn't even know if any of that would go in there, and they kept the whole thing, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's probably my number 1, and my number 2 is This Band Is Back, probably.
The Beach Jam.
Sunset Curve _JATP. What is the thing you like most about Jeremy/Carolyn?
My favorite thing is that whether we're just sitting at home watching a TV show or playing a card game, or whether we're doing fun, crazy excursions, we have just as much fun doing either of those things. It can be mundane, it can be epic and romantic, and we still love doing it. That's what happens, I think, when you marry your best friend. So.
Man, you took my answer.
Oh, shoot.
The thing I love most about Jeremy is that he knows how to always make me laugh. Before we met, I was probably not that fun of a person.
That's not true.
It's not as fun as I am now.
Okay.
Jeremy makes me laugh, and he loves me the way I need to be loved. What made you guys buy a house in Florida? Curious because of Jeremy's job.
Jules Phantoms _ great question. Us buying a house here had nothing to do with my job. It wasn't, I didn't move here to shoot something or for a work reason. We have a lot of family and now some really close friends that live here as well. We just kind of realized, like, you know what? When I'm not traveling for work, or even just, when we can't travel because of the current situation, it's just nice to be at least close to family and get to see family members.
I felt as though 2020 put so much in perspective as to like what our priorities were. Mm-hmm. And like our priority of course was each other, but also outside of that, family is such a huge factor. So that is why Florida. This is a terrible question.
What is the question?
From June Rain Ho. Which one of you is Finn and Jake's favorite?
Easy question. It's right there.
From Sarah Farlini.
Yeah. Apologies in advance if we get your name wrong.
We're doing our best. What was your first impressions of each other? My first impression of you? Really, really ridiculously good looking.
I like that. I'll take it.
Well, wait, let me actually think what my first impression was.
You just said it. What are you talking about? That was your first impression?
No, I thought he was a very handsome young man. And he seems nice.
I'll take it. My first impression of Carolyn, gorgeous ballerina, so there you go. I didn't know what to expect. Felt like maybe a little bit intimidating, because she's taller than me. She seemed very intelligent, so I was like, well, am I going to look like an idiot in this conversation? I did, but I looked like an idiot in a way that was endearing because I made lots of jokes at my own expense, so worked out.
Favorite song that Jeremy has made?
I like how you didn't say the one that was about you.
No, it was such a banger. You want to sing it?
Baby, I think I'm falling in love with you, but oh no, I always act so dumb with you and you know. I was gonna pick up the dog, but it didn't work out.
Let you go. Uh-oh.
It's actually my favorite as well for a lot of reasons.
It's so good.
It's a fun song. Go stream it.
Oh, that was from Allie
Belcher.
Just kidding. Okay, that's gross.
Allie Belcher.
How long did it take until Jeremy said I love you? Way too quick.
3 weeks, maybe? I don't recommend that to anyone, but it worked out pretty well for me.
I cannot believe I stayed. Just kidding. Thank you. That was from Brianna.
I don't even know if we need to keep saying their names. It's going to be on the screen, so.
Okay.
That's,
yeah. How did your first kiss go? Fabulous.
Well, in the words of the song I wrote, she made the first move, so
But also, his heart was like beating like this, that I kind of felt exactly like that. That I felt bad for not kissing him. So then I just, did a little smooch.
I was gonna take it slow, and she decided she wanted to kiss. So I was like,
So just let it go.
Okay, that's not the lyric, but all right. Next question.
A blessing from this 2020 year. Time.
Marriage.
Marriage? That is a blessing.
Time and marriage.
Yeah. And how did you guys know that you guys were the one for each other?
Too many relationship questions. Something else. Actually, we already answered that one anyway.
Oh yeah, done with that. Have you ever been to Jamaica? Yes, I love Jamaica. Jamaican me crazy, man.
Nice. I have never been to Jamaica.
Do you ever want kids? Yes.
Yes. Down the road, eventually we would like some human kids. But that's way down the road.
Who fell in love first? It does say falls in love first, but I believe it's fell in love.
Aha. Right here. I'm asking the questions now. Well, I'm asking the questions that you already asked, but I'm asking them now. Is there going to be a season 2 of Julie and the Phantoms? No comment. How many kids are you wanting to have? Depends. We have different answers on this. I'm thinking in the 2 to 3 range.
I would say 3.
Okay, never mind.
2 to 3.
Same answer. 2 to 3 range. What's a hobby you both enjoy doing?
Pickleball.
Pickleball. We're pretty big pickleballers, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, if you haven't played pickleball, you
It's
should.
like tennis and ping pong had a child, and it's basically just tennis, but a lot easier for those of us who suck at tennis. You can get up and play pretty quickly. So pickleball, give it a
It's
shot.
honestly a blast.
Does he play music with you? And I'm assuming you mean, do I play music with Carolyn?
I do not sing.
She sings. She's just being modest. She's not a great singer, but she has a better voice than she thinks she does. Give us a tune.
Just kidding.
That's actually her sister, Catherine.
That's an impression of my little sister.
Love you, Catherine. Did you guys know that you're the cutest couple ever? Yes. Is there any merch from Jared's EP heading our way? My hoodie is lonely, lol. Ooh, good question.
I might be creating some things very soon.
The plan, and I think pretty much with all my merch for the foreseeable future, is that this lovely lady will be designing it, and we'll probably have some Mad Love merch, hopefully around Valentine's Day. That would be the goal.
That's the goal.
That's the goal. Don't hold me to that, but that's the goal. So keep an eye out for that. Do you guys have anything planned to do on the channel? P.S. I love you guys. This video. Done. You're welcome. This is actually a good time to explain some stuff. So my channel, the Jeremy Shada channel, is probably going to be more so my music and stuff related to kind of artistic music, and if I want to do anything else on there. The couple channel is going to be stuff like this. Q&As, vlogs, whatever the heck else we decide to do on the couple channel. Challenges, basically whatever you guys suggest too. Honestly, put some stuff down in the comments for things you'd like to see us do.
Yeah, and then my channel is going to be creative, cooking, baking, kind of our everyday life with stuff and things.
You're welcome. We're hoping to get out quite a bit of content, especially now while we're just kind of chilling at home for a little while. So
it's going to be so fun.
Yeah.
Best thing about married life.
Best thing about married life?
No, that's not just the best thing. Waking up to your best friend every morning is the best thing.
Getting to say good night instead of goodbye, very nice.
And guten Morgen.
And guten Morgen. What is the hardest part about being married? I'll just say, this is kind of the same as the hardest part about most relationships, is just that you have to wake up every day and be intentional with it. And there's times when you're in a bad mood, they're in a bad mood, you're both in a bad mood. And I think having patience and a lot of forgiveness is really important, and it goes a long way. Because no matter what, if you're around anybody 24/7, especially during times like these where like we're not even like leaving the house during part of the day to go work, and then we come home and see each other, like you're around each other 24/7.
Yeah, and I would say especially with the season of us moving into this home and living with other people, it was like so much of your energy was drained, you know, being kind and patient to others, and then all of a sudden you get to be with your person, and then your fuse is just so short.
You expend all of your patience on other people, and then when you get home, you're kind of like done for the day, and you end up, I think, kind of snapping a little bit or just being short with each other, and that's something you want to avoid. So it comes down to intentionally loving that person every single day, even when you don't like them. And I mean that more from her to me, because I can be a butt sometimes.
Me too.
And making sure that you reserve the energy and patience that should be for your most important person instead of expending it on everybody else.
Yeah. Being intentional, I think, is the biggest thing.
Did you guys have a good Christmas? We had a great Christmas. I love the simple ones like that I don't even have to explain. Something you hate about the other. I'm not going to say that on this video. That'll get us both into trouble.
When Jeremy picks his nose.
I don't pick my nose. Is it bad that I kind of like the orange tiles? Yes. You have a horrible taste.
No, it's fine.
I'm kidding. It's totally fine. If you like the orange tiles, totally fine. You're just wrong. Next question.
Okay, so another question that's a little bit intense. Today's toxic relationships are very normalized. What do you think?
I think that is accurate, but I would take it a step further and I would say that today's toxic relationships aren't just normalized, I think they're glamorized. And I think that kind of is the biggest problem, is we make these things that are really not good and don't work and are not good for us seem so romantic or so
just attractive and
yeah,
lustful at times.
And they're really not. Like, if you take a step back, most relationships, if it's going to be like a serious long-term relationship, which in my opinion it should be, you got to put in the time and the effort, and there are those amazing romantic parts of those relationships, but that is not the end all be all. There's just the day-to-day that you got to figure out and get to know your person. The kind of glamorizing of relationships that are so like fighting all the time and bickering back and forth, that it creates this like hot tension and like all this stuff. I mean, half of it's just not even real to begin with, ultimately. I don't think people really work that way usually. There might be some, but I don't think it's nearly as much as is portrayed on screen.
Totally.
It's not healthy. Those types of relationships don't work long term.
So yes, we completely agree.
That was life advice from Jeremy. Comment down below if you want more of that. Sometimes I'm good at it, sometimes I'm not.
So Jeremy, I actually have one more question for you. Can you show us your dad moves?
Yes. Yes, I can. Was that on the thing or is that just from you?
That's for me, so the stage is yours.
Oh, gosh.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're very welcome.
I feel like I need a song to do this. Actually, I'm that good. I don't even need a song. Shout out to Beyonce.
Alright, this has been
Yeah, all right.
real fun.
That's just a tease. That's all you get.
We'll catch you next time.
Thanks, guys.